A very good morning to all of you, my dear friends. This is Shafiq Ahmed, and you're all welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Let's learn together.
So, a very good morning to all of you, my students. Welcome back to the class once again, and we have to go through about the Tughlaq dynasty, as you can see in the screen. That it started from the year 1320, and it lasted to 1414. So that is C 1320 to C 1414. We have to learn about the Tughlaq dynasty. So let us start about the Tughlaq dynasty. That who was the first ruler? Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was the first ruler of the Tughlaq dynasty. He was a capable military commander. He was a very good military commander. He was a great fighter also, and he can lead a military so very in a very good way. He can instruct them. He suppressed many rebellions. Suppressed का मतलब दबा देना, बहुत सारे revolt को खत्म कर देना. So those who were revolting, those who were against Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, he was successfully suppressing them. He was successfully stopping them, and he consolidated the empire. Means he got together the empire. Empire को बहुत strong बनाना, strong और empire को एक करना. That is known as that is meant by consolidation. So he consolidated the empire. He suppressed many rebellions, and he was succeeded by his son Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So after him, after Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, his son became the ruler, and his son name was Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, that was his name, the name of the son of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Now let us see what Muhammad bin Tughlaq has done. He was a very learned man. You can see he was a very learned man, means he was a literate person. वो पढ़े लिखे लोग थे. He was a very learned man, and he had deep knowledge in philosophy, logic, mathematics, and medicine. So you can see how he was very learned. कितने वो पढ़े लिखे और कितने तजुर्बेकार थे. He was quite experienced. He was learned, and he was he was having deep knowledge. है ना, थोड़ा बड़ा knowledge नहीं था, बहुत अच्छा नॉलेज था उनको, डीप नॉलेज था. ये चार फील्ड में, कौन कौन सी फील्ड में? द फील्ड ऑफ फिलॉसफी, द फील्ड ऑफ लॉजिक, है ना, लॉजिक होना चाहिए किसी भी काम करने का, है ना, रीजंस होना चाहिए. एंड ही वाज इवन हैविंग अ वेरी गुड नॉलेज इन मैथ्स एंड मेडिसिन आल्सो. सो वेरी लर्नमेंट. ऐसे ही आदमी को जो है एम्पायर बनना चाहिए भी. ही न्यू सेवरल लैंग्वेजेस. यू कैन सी पर्शियन, अरबिक एंड तुर्किश. तो वो एक लैंग्वेज से ज्यादा लैंग्वेज भी जानते थे. He was a learned person. He was knowing Persian, Arabic, and Turkish also. Even he knew Sanskrit also. He learned Sanskrit also. तो आप देख सकते हैं he was having a 4 language and a knowledge of 4 languages also. And the main source of information about his period are the records of the Moroccan traveler Ibn Battuta. Ibn Battuta जो है उनके accounts को पढ़ने से के बाद, है ना, after going through the details of what has been written by Ibn Battuta about Muhammad bin Tughlaq, we get a lot of information, है ना, from the writings of Ibn Battuta, that he was a traveler from Morocco. Ibn Battuta lived in the court of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So he was living in the court of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. And that is why he was able to write many things in his accounts about Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So he was there for many years, and that's why he was writing a lot of information. He gave us a lot of information about his ruling, Muhammad bin Tughlaq's time. Even you can see Ibn Battuta tells us that the king was a man of great ideas. सर बहुत सारे ideas उनके माइंड में आते रहते थे. Ibn Battuta ने कहा ये अपने accounts में, he told us, है ना, he has given us information that Muhammad bin Tughlaq was a man of great ideas. He thought of many ambitious यानी motivated schemes. वो बहुत सारे ambitious desire थे ना, जो जिससे वो कुछ करना चाहते थे, वैसे बहुत सारे उनके schemes होते थे. He was thinking a lot of his scheme. He was having a lot of scheme in his mind, a lot of plannings in his mind, so that he can change, he can bring out the changes, and he wanted to change, he wanted to grow, and develop his country. So that's why because of only one reason, he was an intellectual person. He was a learned man, having knowledge, deep knowledge in philosophy, logic, mathematics, as well as medicines. He was a great a great person who was having a knowledge of 4 languages also, Persian, Arabic, and Turkish, and Sanskrit. So that is all written about Ibn Battuta, about Muhammad bin Tughlaq by Ibn Battuta. However, there was something drawback, or you can say disadvantage. Yeah, negative point about Muhammad Tughlaq is that he did not implement his ideas properly. So his plans, used to fail down, used to fail, because if you have ideas, then you will have to implement it properly also. And just you will make some laws or important rules and regulations, and if you will not implement it strictly, then your ideas, your plans, your schemes will all fail. So the most important part is that implementation is also very important. That most important is one, that how are you implementing your ideas, scheme, or your plannings. Otherwise your plans, if you will not implement it properly, your plans will fail. And that was the thing with going on with Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He was a learned man, he was having great ideas, but he was not having the knowledge, or he was not implementing those ideas properly, and that's why his plannings were getting failed. Let us see what he has done. A few mistakes you can see. He transferred his capital, means Rajdhani, the capital of India is New Delhi, but if New Delhi will be changed and Mumbai will be made capital, so that is known as the transfer of capital. So he has done that, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Let us see. Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to transfer his capital from Delhi to Devagiri, that is Daulatabad. वो उन्होंने क्या किया था, दिल्ली से चेंज करके अपना कैपिटल को दौलताबाद को चेंज कर दिया था. He just transferred his capital. He made Daulatabad, that is Devagiri, as his capital. And there were two reasons because of his action. क्या reason दो था उनके पास में? Number one, Muhammad bin Tughlaq thought that it would be a better place to administer and control his empire. He was thinking, he was saying कि ये बहुत अच्छा जगह रहेगा, यहाँ से हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं अपने पूरे एम्पायर को. He was thinking that it is a better place. Daulatabad is a better place. So he thought, let us change. And again, the second reason, the Mongols constantly threatened Delhi, so Daulatabad would never have such a problem. और Mongols हमेशा जो है वो अटैक करते थे दिल्ली के ऊपर, है ना. Many times the Mongols were attacking the Delhi region, and that's why he thought, okay, so Delhi is not quite safe for him and for his citizens. So let us go to Daulatabad. Let us transfer ourselves. Let us move to that place, because Daulatabad will not have such a problem. Means it will not be attacked by Mongols. So because of these two type of reasons, he was transferring, and he transferred his capital from Delhi to Daulatabad. Now let us see what happened next. Muhammad bin Tughlaq instructed the entire population of Delhi to leave the city and move to Daulatabad. और उन्होंने एक बार ही इंस्ट्रक्शन दे दिया पूरे दिल्ली के लोगों को कि आपको शहर छोड़ के कहाँ जाना है, you will have to move to Daulatabad. अब ये इतना आसान नहीं होता है ना, that is not quite easy to change your location, to change your place. Many of them might have got jobs, schoolings, a lot of field education, agriculture. You can't leave all these things at once, because of the instruction of the king. So the people disliked this idea of shifting to Daulatabad. The journey to Daulatabad was long and difficult. That's why people were not liking this idea. Later on, he realized, Muhammad bin Tughlaq realized later on that it was impossible to keep a check on the northern frontiers from Daulatabad. So later on, Muhammad bin Tughlaq को क्या समझ में आता है कि I cannot check what is going on in the northern part of India, so by sitting at Daulatabad. So he realized that I will have to move back. So he ordered the people to march back to Delhi once again. You can see over here कि एक बार वो लोगों को कहते हैं कि दिल्ली छोड़ के दौलताबाद चला जाए, और फिर कहते हैं कुछ दिन के बाद कि नहीं, अब वापस दिल्ली जाना होगा. Because he realized that by sitting at Daulatabad, he cannot control the affairs which is going on in the northern part of the country. So he ordered his people to move back once again. And that is the thing that made the people realize that he is not a good king, he is not a good emperor. The kingdoms of the Deccan saw this as the sign of a weak sultanate, है ना. डेक्कन के लोगों ने, खास करके वहाँ के किंगडम में लोगों ने ये जाना कि yes, he is not a good emperor. He is not a good sultan. He is a weak one. And they started declaring their independence. और फिर अलग अलग सारे states ने कहा कि अब हम लोग आजाद हैं. We will not listen to the emperor because this emperor, this sultan does not have any idea. Sometime he is saying leave Delhi. Sometime he is saying that come back to Delhi. So that's why people were lost the faith on this particular emperor Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and they started declaring themselves as independent. फिर लोगों ने different states ने इंडिया के उन्होंने क्या कहा कि अब हम लोग आजाद हैं. We will not listen to Muhammad bin Tughlaq as he is not a good sultan. Let us see what he has done more. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, he just increased the tax in a place known as Doab. Doab एक जगह है जहाँ पर उन्होंने टैक्स बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ा दिया था. In order to increase revenue collection, what he was thinking, let us increase the collection of the income of the government. Government के पास बहुत सारा खजाना जो वो खाली हो रहा था. So he thought let us increase the revenue collection. Revenue collection थोड़ा हम लोग increase करते हैं, ज्यादा और इनकम आएगा गवर्नमेंट के पास. So the Sultan raised taxation on taxes on the peasants of the Doab region. Doab region में जो peasants थे, जो किसान लोग थे, उनके ऊपर में उन्होंने लगान और बढ़ा दिया था, टैक्स बढ़ा दिया था. और you can see at the same time उस वक्त जो है the region Doab was facing a severe famine. वहाँ पर जो है सुखाड़ और ड्राई सीजन था, लोगों के पास पैसा नहीं था. They were not even to pay the existing tax. Then how could they pay the रेस टैक्स, है ना, बढ़ाया हुआ टैक्स वो और कैसे दे सकते, जो टैक्स पहले से था वो नहीं दे पा रहे थे. बिकॉज they were already having in problem, the people of Doab. So that was a big mistake from Muhammad bin Tughlaq, because how can you ask such a person to pay more taxes if they are not able to pay the current taxes only, है ना, because they are just surrounded by famine, है ना, a situation where they are hardly getting food to eat. जहाँ पर लोगों को खाने का नहीं मिल रहा है, वो टैक्स कहाँ से देंगे, और वो भी टैक्स देने के जगह पर उन्होंने टैक्स को बढ़ा दिया था. So the people were very angry and it was quite a big mistake from the Sultan. Peasants left their land. Peasants ने कहा चलो अब हम लोग जो है खेती बाड़ी ही बंद कर देते हैं. We will not do agriculture. Leave the land. लोगों ने अपना जमीन को छोड़ दिया, and then the Sultan had to finally withdraw his orders. और सुल्तान को फिर से अपना जो है वो कदम पीछे हटाना पड़ा. Means once we have seen that he asked the people to leave Delhi, and again he took back his decision and he called the people once again to Delhi. Now again in this situation also he increased the taxes, and again after the realizing the mistake that he has done a big mistake, he again withdraw his orders. उन्होंने अपना ऑर्डर को वापस ले लिया, and he has not increased the taxes. तो आप देख सकते हैं कि he is not really quite secure, he is not knowing what to do and what not to do. So that was all about Muhammad bin Tughlaq. And let us see, he introduced some token currencies also. उन्होंने कुछ currency मैंने कि ये पैसा है ना, जैसे कि आज nowadays we are having paper currency, है ना, हम लोगों के पास paper currency होते हैं. Even we are having coins also. So likewise he introduced token currency also in his region. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, देखो क्या करते हैं वो. Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced token coins in brass and copper. कौन सा कॉइन उन्होंने निकाला है, कौन से मटेरियल का बना हुआ, ब्रास और कॉपर का, which would be exchanged for silver coins at any time from the royal treasury. और उन्होंने क्या किया कि that these brass and copper coins will be exchanged. अरे ये exchange हो जाएंगे and people will get silver coins. If they are having these brass and copper coins, they can give it to the emperor, and they will get the silver coins. The copper and the brass coins had the same value as the silver taka, that is known as taka also. So that was the currency of that time. और brass coin का और copper का बना हुआ coin का दोनों का value जो है वो silver के coin का value के बराबर हो गया, है ना. He made the value equal. That copper coin, brass coin and silver coins all are having the same values. बट व्हाट ही फेल टू चेक द फोर्जरी, दैट इज इमिटेशन. लेकिन वो ये भूल गए, उसको कंट्रोल करना भूल गए, और ही वाज फेल टू कंट्रोल द इमिटेशन ऑफ द कॉइन्स. यानी लोग जो है वो चीटिंग में कॉइन बना सकते हैं ना, ब्रास का कॉइन बनाना, कॉपर का कॉइन अपने घरों में भी बनाना शुरू कर दिया लोगों ने. दे स्टार्टेड है ना मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, और यू कैन से दे स्टार्टेड मिंटिंग द कॉपर एंड ब्रास कॉइन्स एट देयर होम आल्सो. है ना, जो लोग बेईमान होते हैं, जो डिसऑनेस्ट पीपल होते हैं, वो लोग अपने घर में भी, अभी भी आपने मेनी टाइम्स यू माइट हैव लर्नड इन न्यूज़पेपर एंड read in newspaper that many of them few people are just printing the currencies, fake currencies, नोट जो है लोग जो अपने मशीन में छापना शुरू कर दिए हैं. तो बहुत सारे ऐसे केसेस आते रहते हैं. And that was going on during Muhammad bin Tughlaq reign also. He failed to check. उन्होंने ये चेक नहीं कर पाए, वो कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाए कि लोग जो है फेक कॉइन जो है नकली कॉइन भी बना सकते हैं. और लोगों ने नकली कॉइन बनाया, और नकली कॉइन देने के बाद वो क्या करते थे, एम्परर से जाके वो सिल्वर कॉइन ले लेते थे. They were just giving brass and copper coin to the emperor and taking the silver coins from the treasury. You can see over here, people started minting coins illegally. लोगों ने illegally जो है coin बनाना खुद से शुरू कर दिया. As a result, trade suffered. Trading में लोगों को परेशानी होने लगा. Foreign merchants refused to accept the token currency. और foreign की जो merchants traders थे, वो जो है टोकन करेंसी यानी कि ये ब्रास का बना हुआ, कॉपर का बना हुआ करेंसी वो लोग लेने से इनकार कर दिए. बिकॉज दे न्यू, दे केम टू नो दैट यस दिस ब्रास एंड टोकन कॉपर करेंसी might be fake one also, might be illegally minted also. That's why the traders of other countries, the foreign countries traders, they refuse to accept the token currency which is made in copper and brass. So again the people were having problems. The Sultan was giving silver coins. You can see the Sultan had to give silver coins in exchange for the forged coins. Forged मतलब illegal नकली coins है ना, fake coins. Fake coins के बदले में सुल्तान को देना पड़ रहा था silver coin, क्योंकि सुल्तान भी नहीं पकड़ पा रहे थे कि ये coin जो है ब्रास या कॉपर का जो बना हुआ है वो असली है या नकली है. So the Sultan was having problem, and even he had to give the silver coins in exchange of those fake coins also. So the treasury of the emperor was getting empty and empty. It was getting vacant. सुल्तान का खजाना जो है वो धीरे धीरे खत्म हो रहा था, खाली हो रहा था, because of this illegal coins also. So that was the problem from the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He was a learned person because he was knowing many languages, but he was not an able emperor. That is all that we can see over here. Our next topic is about the Khorasan expedition. That is moving towards the side to conquer a place known as Khorasan. In order to expand his empire, Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to conquer Khorasan. So he was trying to expand his empire at the same time also. वो चाहते थे कि उनका empire जो है वो उनका emperorship जो है वो और आगे बढ़ जाए. And that's why he decided to conquer this place known as Khorasan, which was not under his control. He organized a huge army because he decided to attack and conquer and capture Khorasan. So for that only he organized huge army and spent a large amount of money to equip that huge army with weapons. अब बड़ा आर्मी आपने बनाया है तो उस आर्मी को आपको क्या देना होगा, उस आर्मी को आपको हथियार भी देना होगा, वेपन्स देना होगा. अब वेपन्स बनाने के लिए तो बहुत खर्चा होता है. So he spent a large amount of money to get the weapons and give it to his army. So he started maintaining huge army, and you know maintaining a huge army is quite expensive. बहुत खर्च होता है एक आर्मी को मेंटेन करने में. लेटर ही हेस्टिली अबैंडन द एक्सपेडिशन, और बाद में फिर उन्होंने अपना ये डिसीजन को वापस ले लिया. ही अगेन डिसाइडेड आई विल नॉट कैप्चर खुरासान बिकॉज इट नीड्स अ लॉट ऑफ एक्सपेंडिचर, आई कैन नॉट मेंटेन ह्यूज आर्मी. और बाद में उन्होंने फिर से अपना ये डिसीजन को वापस कर लिया. ही हेस्टिली मतलब जल्दबाजी में उन्होंने ये अपने फैसलों को अबैंडन यानी खत्म कर दिया. नो, आई विल नॉट कॉन्कर खुरासान. The army that was raised was disbanded. जो आर्मी उन्होंने खड़ा किया था, तैयार किया था soldiers, उनको उन्होंने फिर से खत्म कर दिया. He released all of them. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq, you can see it, तीसरी बार ऐसा हुआ उन्होंने अपना डिसीजन बनाया भी और वापस भी ले लिया, है ना. फर्स्ट टाइम ही डिसाइडेड टू मूव टू दौलताबाद and he taken back decision. Next he increased the taxes in the Doab and he again took back his decision, and this time also he raised huge army, spent a large amount of money, and again he has taken back the decision. Okay, I will disband, I will not conquer Khurasan. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq was a confused emperor. वो confused खुश थे कि क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. He was not knowing. He was confused. He became very unpopular. वो बहुत बदनाम हो चुके थे because of his schemes, because of his decisions. He even lost the trust of the common people, the nobles and the ulama. और इन सबों का trust, विश्वास है ना, वो खो चुके थे. common आदमी का ना, आम लोगों का, nobles का, even ulama लोगों का. Ulama are those person who used to guide him, who used to give him suggestions. और ये religious scholars होते हैं ulama. They are the religious scholars, those who used to guide the emperor on religious matters. तो इन सबों का विश्वास जो वो खो चुके थे मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक. He lost all the trust. Revolts broke out in Bengal, Gujarat, Warangal. यहाँ सभी लोगों ने, बंगाल के लोगों ने, गुजरात के लोगों ने, वारंगल के लोगों ने एम्पायर के खिलाफ जो है वो रेवोल्यूशन शुरू कर दिया था, उनके खिलाफ बोलना शुरू कर दिया था. And the Sultan lost control of his empire and he died in the year 1357 of illness. और हालांकि क्या हुआ, at the last he lost the empire, he lost the emperorship and he died in the year 1357 of illness. और बीमार होते हुए ये सुल्तान मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक जो है वो इस दुनिया को कुछ कर जाते हैं. He died in the year 1357 because of his illness. So that is all about Muhammad bin Tughlaq and his ruling. There are few facts about Muhammad bin Tughlaq that he appointed wine distillers जो शराब बनाते हैं, even barber, even cook and gardeners to administrative post. उन्होंने बड़े बड़े administrative post जो है इन लोगों को दे दिया था, cook को, barber को, gardener को. Then you can see that ये दिखाता है, जियाउद्दीन बरानी ने बताया भी, एक famous chronicler थे जो बताते हैं हिस्ट्री के बारे में. उन्होंने बताया कि ये दिखाता है कि मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक was not a good emperor. He appointed cook, barber, gardener, wine distiller जिन्होंने.
Hope that you have liked the video, and we will meet again in our next video release of the tutorial. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the information of the next release of the tutorial. Please share it with your friends and others also. Thank you for the time being. Take care. Stay at home. Bye bye. Take care.